a simple API, right, that allows you to retrieve, all the instances or a particular instance. How about being able to maybe delete, create, update, right? So let's do a simple one. Let's be able to delete a something from this array, right? And so let's see. What we want to be able to do is implement in our service, right? In our service, in our widget service, we want to be able to delete. So we would implement something like, public void, delete widget, right? And then receive as argument the widget ID, right? And what this will do is that filter out, whatever widget is, and by the ID. If it finds it, right, it removes it, or keep only the ones that don't match, right? So I'd like to be able to update the widgets so that it contains. We can stream, right? This is the new Java API of streams, right? That allows you to do a stream and then allows you to filter and gives you the instance of the widget. And we can do an arrow function here and only keep which ones? The ones where the widget get ID is not equal, so not equal to the widget ID that we're passing as an argument. Oops. Right, and I think that's it. And I think we need to provide a collection, don't we? What is it? Collectors, I think that's it. To list. I think that's it. Let's try it out. See if this blows up. And then collect over here. So we want to expose this delete, right, to an endpoint. So let's go back to the controller and provide a function that allows it to delete. So this will be public void, and then delete widget, and we're going to provide the ID of the widget that we want to remove, and we're going to delegate to the service. So we're going to do service.delete, and it'll pass in the widget ID. If we want to expose this to the to an API, we would need to do the mapping again. But notice that if we follow the conventions, we would need to use a delete instead of a get, right? So instead of a get, we would do a delete mapping, right? And map it to a slash API slash widgets, and pass along the widget ID, which we're going to parse and pass it along as a path parameter from here. So this will be path variable, and parse the widget ID and cast it into this string over here, which we can then pass along. Yes? Notice that there are two URLs that are identical, API widgets ID and API widgets ID. Normally, this would be a problem, and when you compile, it'll give you an exception. But they are distinct because one is waiting for a get and the other one's waiting for a delete. Right? So they're not ambiguous. They're very distinct. Right? Anyway, having done this and we restart the server, we can certainly generate a get right from the URL. Every time you type a URL in the browser, it generates a get, HTTP get. There's no way to generate a delete from here. All right. So instead, we're gonna have to rely on tools such as Postman to try this out. Right. So first, let's go fetch all the widgets. So we have all three widgets here. Let's bring out Postman. And in Postman, we'll try and send a delete to that URL. So we want to send a delete to here, right, with the URL. So let's create a new collection for cs5610 ground. Let's say create, and where is it? Where to put it? I think I have to clean this up. There's way too many things. Let's there we go. We're in here. Let's create a new request, and this is delete. We'll call it delete widget, and it's this one right here. And I don't want to get, I want to send a delete to this URL, right? And I want to remove, say, widget B. So let's remove 234. So /234, right? And we're going to save this. I'm going to send it. Okay, so hopefully that worked. If we go back here and refresh, notice that it did not work. Wait, what? Wait, what did it do? I think my filter didn't work. 1, 2, 3. What did it do, my filter? Let me look at my delete. Filter, blah, blah, blah. If it's not equal, collect, and it's overwriting the widgets, and now I have widgets that are, I think like it appended, right? It didn't filter out. All right, so my Java is a little rusty here, but notice that the URL did change. I still have 1, 2, 3. Notice that all right, so I guess it appended from the old ones and the new ones. Notice that it does not contain 2, 3, 4. So it filtered that one and appended all the ones that survived. So anyway, so delete did work. I sent it over and it rendered this over here.